Hi guys, Maikeru here. This is my from scratch week and we're on day 4. Today I do a lot of Araxxor and I test out the Muspah in the player owned Slayer dungeon like I said I was going to in a previous episode. I also do some spiritual warriors and some other AFK things for some money in my downtime. Anyway, enough of that, let's get into the video. I finished this hard clue and I didn't have a casket at the bottom, so I clicked and I accidentally opened it. It's okay, I got a rune cane, so I got swag now. Right, 10 more hard caskets. We can get something good, right? That's not good. Reroll. It's even worse. What the hell? 77k. Oh, wow. Okay, that one's well good. 3 Armadillo page freeze, 3 mil. I'll definitely take that one any day. And a fortunate component from that one. Keep going, keep going. Another fortunate component, which is a red dragon mask. I actually needed that for the log as well, I think. Decent. Some skipping tickets, not too bad. Another fortunate component, Zamorak chaps. Don't think I had that for the log either. It's going pretty well so far. Well, that one's pretty bad. Let's re-roll that. Hey, 3 costume skipping tickets. I'll take those. Re-roll. Oh, I hate it when you re-roll under 100k. That's disgusting. We got a large fallen star. That's pretty junk. This is the last casket and it's 150k. I'm going to re-roll it just because it's the last one. 119k. I guess it could be worse. But I think I jinxed it by saying it was going really well because then it went to crap. So it was time for me to test out Muspah in a personal Slayer dungeon. My friend had 5 Muspah in the small room and let me borrow his dungeon to test it out. The Muspahs do hit really hard when all 5 are on you, but because you kill them pretty quickly, you're only going to have 3 or 4 on you at the same time. What I like to do is I try and group them up by going in and out of the entrance portals, so all of the ranged ones then group up towards me, and then I AoE them down. It's a lot like Edamu, where Edamu you go in and out the portal to lure them close because they are ranged. When they do attack you, then it makes it much easier to group AoE them down. I used Penance Aura and it kept my Magic Prayer and my Soul Split up the whole time. It's really awesome doing these because obviously they're not AFK at all, but they drop a ton of sharks. I didn't have to bank once because they dropped enough sharks to keep me up in HP whenever I needed it. I did bring some prayer pots because I wasn't actually going to use Penance, but then I thought Penance is too good here not to use. Then I just used my pack gag to send certain things to the bank like the dragon maces and stuff like that. It was very good and it was actually really fun to do. So when I don't need to AFK and I want to do something fairly active that isn't bossing, these are a pretty good thing to do. When it comes to how much money I made for the hour, I made 5.9 million GP. So nearly 6 mil GP doing them in a personal Slayer dungeon, which is a considerable bit considering I'm only using an obliteration staff and anima core for my gear. My friend said he can get up to 7 to 8 mil GP an hour with his Staff of Sliske and his full gear. So I guess because I don't have the best gear, I'm getting around 6 mil an hour, but you can push it up to an extra mil or 2 with better gear. Seems like Muspah are definitely worth it in a Slayer dungeon. They're decent XP too. I wanted to upgrade my Anima Core of Seren to Virtus. It costs 14 mil more for the chest and the legs. So I just traded in my Seren Anima Core and my 14 mil in order to go up to Virtus. I took the perks that I usually had off of my Virtus and replaced them with the ones I got last episode. So my Virtus now has Biting 2 Venom Blood, it has Crackling, and it has Enhanced Devoted 3. I'm going to get Impatient free by doing some more Spiritual Warriors in a player-owned Slayer dungeon and disassembling the Zamorak War Priest items. Then my gear will probably be as good as I can get it during this week because I'm not going to be buying any of the super expensive perks. It was time for me to grind some Araxxor, again using my obliteration staff, but now having the upgrade of the Amulet of Souls and Virtus will help quite a lot. I started with bottom path because it's path 2 free right now. I thought I'd do bottom path and try and get that leg first because it's always the most annoying path to do. I was pretty dry on the leg before starting this series, so hopefully I can get some good luck and get the leg early on and then focus on mid path for the rest of the duration of this lockout until top path opens up, and then I should be able to get a full leg by the end of this series, and that's another 150 mil made. Just Araxxor in general though, her normal loot is normally pretty decent if I can get some onyxes or onyx bolts. So I should be able to make some decent money even without the leg drops, and if I get a hilt like a fang, then ho ho, there's some money. Araxxor really likes giving me 600 U-logs. Oh, there's some seeds. Back-to-back seeds, really? Give me something good instead, please. That's not a leg. Guess what we got? Spider leg bottom! Whee! Yay, now we go get spider leg middle and we win. I just realised I accidentally took bottom path again. If that was going to be another leg, I would have cried. I'm glad it wasn't though. Right, I need to burn the middle web this time. Yes, this one. This one. Middle path is so easy and so chill. Definitely the easiest path for Araxxor in my opinion. The only time you could ever really die in mid path is if you don't stand correctly at the top of the path and you get hit by a swipe on a high end rage and get one shot. It's happened to me a couple of times, but that's the only time I've ever really died. I don't really die to the insta-kill spiders and stuff because they're very easy to dodge or you can just barricade them. But yeah, Araxxor's not too difficult, even with fairly bad gear to be honest. I was getting around 6.5 minute kills on the darkness path, and when I moved back to path 2, I was getting about 5.5 to 6 minutes again. It's just a little bit quicker because you don't have to do the time gated stuff with the darkness. I don't mind doing Araxxor to be honest. It's only when it gets to high enrages where there's loads of things that can one-shot you where it gets a bit spooky. But I'll probably only be doing up till about 280 to 300% enrage every day and then just stopping. I'm not going to be camping 300% enrage or anything like that because it gets way too stressful. Something people don't do enough is barricading insta-kill spiders. As you can see here, the insta-kill spider made it to me, blew up, but didn't kill me because I was barricaded. I got a Triss key fragment. I got pretty average drops from Araxxor. It was just anything from like U-logs to Serenic Scales to some magic seeds and water talismans. And then, you know, I had a couple of seed drops and stuff like that. I didn't get lucky with anything like onyxes or anything. I spent an hour and a half, got to 280% in rage and then stopped for now. Then I just waited for reset and went to go make some money elsewhere until reset hit to do some more Araxxor before the day was out. I managed to make 5.3 million GP for that hour and a half at Araxxor. So in 14 kills I managed to get 5.3 mil, which isn't very good at all, but I got very unlucky with my drops. So hopefully at reset I'll get luckier with my drops and make some more money. But obviously this is just the normal drops. I did get the leg piece too, which is theoretically 50 mil. But I do need to get the other 2 pieces of the leg before it's actually worth that 50 mil. For now, it's just an item in my bank that can be combined with 2 others to make me 150 mil. So in my downtime, before reset, before going back to Rax, I went to kill some more spiritual warriors, 4 more Zamorak War Priest items so I can get impatient free, which will help even more at Rax again. Alongside getting that perk for free, I'm making so much money here, I really love it. So I managed to get 2 pieces of Zamorak War Priest already. That's lovely. There we go. There's another piece disassembled. And that's our last piece disassembled that we needed for Impatient Free. So there we go. We got that perk. 5 Zamorak components. Easy peasy. I feel like I'm always buying aggression potions. I go through these things like they're water. After doing 4.5 hours more of spiritual warriors, I made 6 mil an hour consistently again and I got 27.6 mil by the end of it. It makes me so happy that these are such good and consistent money while being so AFK, it's unreal. Everything just adds up so much. All of the alks give you so much GP. The super potions are loads. The ores are a ton. And then obviously Spring Cleaner gives me a lot of Runite ore on top of everything as well. So pleased that I've been doing these. Even like the Ghostly Essence on the rare table, it still adds up very heavily. Going back to Araxxor at reset, I forgot I wasn't even using a Guthic staff for the special attack. So now I've started using my Guthic staff. Mid-path only takes 5 minutes to get a kill, even with the obliteration staff. That's so awesome and it makes me so happy. Either way, I managed to get a fair few kills. Again, I done it until I got to 280% in rage and then I stopped for the day. Battle stars always look like legs. I got a Trisky again. Go away, Trisky. There they are. There's the double Onyx drop. 5 mil, yeah boy. Oh, I got an effigy. That's actually pretty cool. Get some XP out of that. What the hell? I got back-to-back effigies. Okay, Rax, thanks, I guess? Oh, this is why I hate 300% Enrage. I did 280% and it went super smoothly, so I was like, hey, I'll try a 300% and then stop. I looked away for 1 second to see my second screen on an alt, and guess what? It cleaved and I died. It hit me for a 10.7k. Oh. I could use a pheromone to reset, but I'm not going to do that just yet because there's still 2 days of this rotation, so I can just do Rax whenever it resets manually. If it comes to the last day and I still don't have it, I'll use a pheromone to reset. Well, that's a decent hour and a half at Araxxor, much better than the last hour and a half that I did. It's nearly double in price. Pretty much what doubled it was the 2 onyxes. They're 4.6 mil on their own. Really, really awesome when you get a drop like that because it increases your base GP an hour by loads. Obviously, we didn't get a leg this hour though, so technically we made more money last time, but we made more raw GP this time. So now at the end of this episode, I have got a really good gear setup and I have 52 mil in cash. All of this here is about 175 mil worth of gear. Maybe a little bit more or a little bit less, that's just an estimate. So 175 mil worth of gear with 52 mil in cash, which is a third of a Nox staff. Hopefully I can upgrade my obliteration to a Nox staff in good time, and I'm going to try my best to continue all the unique methods as I go through this series. Hopefully you did enjoy this episode. Give it a like if you did enjoy. Subscribe if you're new for loads of future content all related to Runescape 3, and until tomorrow, see ya.